Espaillat, Congresswoman Mira Velasquez. We will go to the 10th floor and see the condition of the facility.
Congresswoman Mira Velasquez. Congressmember Adriano Espaillat.
Two members of Congress.
The press would like to, if it's public place, the press should be able to come in.
Not one of them. Stop.
It's a public space. It's a public space.
Yes, I'm Congressmember Adriano Espaillat from New York's 13th and the chair of the Congressional Hispanic Caucus. Last night I was in conversation with several of my colleagues in California regarding the things happening there. They informed me that they went to a facility in California and in Los Angeles and were not allowed to be entered. We are members of Congress, duly elected. Our constitutional right and our constitutional duty is to have oversight over these agencies and to ensure that we supervise and ascertain whether the conditions in these facilities are just or not, whether they're inhumane or not. Several weeks ago, the Congresswoman and I visited a detention center in Elizabeth, New Jersey. This cannot be more sensitive than a detention center. And we were waiting for over an hour, and we were informed by Deputy Judy Almodovar that we could not go to the 10th floor where we wanted to go, a floor where we understand people are being held and processed. People that are complying with their pre-scheduled appointments are being released or dismissed and are apprehended in the hallways of this building and are being held, according to what we've been informed, in the 10th floor of 26 Federal Plaza. And today, ICE violated all of our rights because as an extension, we are here to defend your rights, the rights of the American people, to have access and oversight to the federal buildings to ensure that everything is done correctly and in accordance to the law. We were denied that right today, a basic civil right, a constitutional right that we as members of Congress are here to uphold. So we will continue to come back. We will continue to ask access to the 10th floor. We deserve to know what's going on in the 10th floor. People are coming out of this building and we're not seeing them coming out. So we want to know exactly what's happening with them. We know, we see how people are just making an appointment to an ICE office or to a courtroom, and they are readily handcuffed and arrested and sent to a detention center. Most of the people that we spoke to at the Elizabeth Detention Center were people that were complying with the rules that have been established. You have to make an appointment every 2 or 3 months. You have to make a court date, and you come. But in this case, they're being handcuffed, arrested, and sent to a detention center where they're now waiting to be deported. So we're very concerned about what's happening in this building. We will continue to come back until we are allowed to have access to the 10th floor. Mira Velasquez.
Thank you, Adriano. This is not Russia. This is the United States of America, where we have 3 branches of government. The President of the United States is not a king. And we, as members of Congress, have the duly constitutional responsibility to exercise oversight in a place like this. What is it that they're hiding? Well, they're not hiding anything because we know what's going on. They are apprehending people that are following the rules. People that disappear. They say goodbye to their families because they are coming here, and then all of a sudden the families do not know anything about what is happening to them. This is outrageous, and let me make it clear to the American people. The President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, is a liar. He lied to the American people when he said that he was going after criminals. We went to Elizabeth, New Jersey, and out of the 3 criminal records, the rest, they were just undocumented, that didn't have the papers. So this is what we are in this country, violating constitutional rights and due process. And that is wrong, and we will remind them when they come before the Appropriation Committee to ask for money for more beds and so on. That day we will remind them that they violated our rights, and I will vote against any money for this type of inhumane treatment of people who have rights. The fact that you are an undocumented person doesn't make you a criminal. Hey, Donald Trump was convicted of how many counts? And he's the President of the United States.
Let me just say that this is not just about the undocumented. This is also about green card holders. This is also about people that have work permits. This is ultimately also about U.S. citizens. 3 weeks ago in Monterrey, Mexico, I met a family, a Mexican family with 4 U.S.-born children that were deported to Mexico, including a 10-year-old little girl with brain cancer, tumor in her brain, that needs the kind of healthcare service she was going to get in Houston, Texas. So this is not just about the undocumented. This is not just about green card holders and even people that have work permits. This is ultimately also about American citizens. When they profile you, when they pick you up, they don't ask for your green card. They don't ask for your American passport. They'll profile you. Lo que sucedió ayer en Los Ángeles, nosotros vinimos aquí para ver las condiciones del piso 10, donde están deteniendo personas que vienen a su cita ya programada con ICE o con una corte de migración. Desestiman el caso y en el pasillo lo arrestan y lo mandan a un centro de detención. Personas que están cumpliendo con las regulaciones que se establecieron para ellos. Por eso venimos aquí, tanto la congresista Velázquez como yo, para supervisar, como lo dicta la Constitución, que nos da el derecho a nosotros de supervisar los planteles federales, incluyendo el 26 de Federal Plaza. Vamos a seguir volviendo aquí, no nos dieron acceso al piso 10. Vamos a seguir empujando para ver qué es lo que está sucediendo en este edificio. Y hay personas que entran y no salen de aquí.
¿Cuáles han sido esas quejas que han recibido ustedes acerca de las personas que llegan al edificio?
Bueno, a nosotros nos han dicho que están deteniendo personas aquí en el piso 10. Fuimos hoy a ver las condiciones del piso 10 y si en realidad estaban esas personas ahí. Como se ha dicho que ya lo están deteniendo en un centro de detención aquí en el 26 de Federal Plaza. Personas que vienen a una cita con la corte, desestiman el caso rápidamente y cuando salen de la corte, ahí en el pasillo lo están esperando para arrestarlo y mandarlo a un centro de detención donde entonces esperan la deportación.
What's the spelled out process? What's the spelled out process to enter a federal building And within the last 24 hours, what did you guys do to ensure that you would be allowed inside?
We entered the building, the lobby. We awaited for them
1
to
hour.
1 hour. You don't need. There's no process. We constitutionally we are bound and we are responsible, and our duty is to supervise any federal building. You know, we could show up to a detention center, and as members of Congress, we should be allowed to come in and supervise the conditions there, as is the case here in 26 Federal Plaza. But we were disallowed from going up to the 10th floor today.
Do you have any evidence to showcase what you're saying, that they're being held in inhumane conditions?
We've been informed by people that have called our offices, and we've been informed by attorneys that the conditions are not good and that people are being detained here regularly.
Can you describe those
Somebody
conditions?
has been detained by some hours, but not overnight, or not today, or not 3 days. So we have a responsibility to be able to go there. We don't have to call. We don't have to ask for permission. We don't have to make an appointment. As members of Congress, we can do it.
Can you
So
just
that is part of the oversight process.
And if there's nothing wrong, there's no reason why they should not allow us to go up and see it.
what are some of the inhumane conditions you're discussing, or you're being told? Can you describe them?
Hello. Again, Daniel Crozer, Make the Road, New York. We've heard from multiple sources that a large number of people are being held where a much smaller number of people are actually should be held. And that shows itself up in different ways. One, because part of a coordinated effort to understand how many people are being detained and arrested and then moved, just by sheer sort of tracking. In addition, understanding the conditions in the building, how hot it is, where people are using the bathroom. We have questions about all of those things. These are easy questions to answer, and they should be easy questions for anybody who's supervising a detention center, holding people, waiting for their next move, to be able to show an answer if the conditions are fine, right? But if they're not, then what are they hiding and what's going on? Nosotros hemos escuchado de que hay muchas más personas en los cuartos que están supuestamente deben estar, ¿no? Y por eso hay preguntas acerca de la calefacción, el calor, el lugar donde pueden ir al baño, para poder salir. Exacto. Entonces, y esas preguntas son muy fáciles de contestar cuando uno está supervisando a alguien. Entonces, por eso estamos muy preocupados y pensamos que hay una razón por la cual no están escuchando, no están respondiendo en la manera que deben.